Bacos Energy Drink. Drive your energy. This is the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Summer Finals between Acclaim Empire X versus Imperium Pro Team. Let's get into that drafting phase.
And yun, right from the start, a jungler is banned already on the side of Acclaim Empire X. They take away Elise,
against Suez.
Yeah, against Suez pala. They're gonna be taking away the Elise from Suez. He has played it a couple of times. I believe Suez has played Elise 2 times already during the Pro Gaming Series, so he does have experience on this champion. Gragas, so grabe actually. Napakaraming jungler na tinanggal already from Suez. Maybe what they're trying to do is to put Tamsu at an advantage over Suez para siya yung maka-snowball in the jungle matchup. Pero we're seeing Cillian being banned on the side of IPT. This is a ban either onto Sunzi or to Calculated. Kasi si Sunzi has already played Cillian as well during the playoffs. Yeah, he played it 2 times as well. So he already has experience.
I recall tuloy yung Zillian ni Exo in the mid lane, pero
yes.
of course didn't step up. Pero ayan, we have a Zillian, then a Twitch, insights on the next ban. I cannot see Graves.
Yeah,
Graves
actually he's not being banned. Si
IP.
Twitch, that's a very niche pick ni Gen V.
Gen V, pero so far, di ba? Gen V is not that successful on Twitch.
Yeah, actually, in his record during the Pro Gaming Series, yung 2 times na ginamit niya si Twitch, talo pareho. So it's not very successful, although maybe he's been using Twitch a lot for practice in solo queue. Baka na-scout ng IPT yun, so it's possible that he has been practicing.
Or ganun sila ka-confident sa iba pang mga picks ni Gen V.
Yeah.
Like, Vayne, sa akin, all throughout the Pro Gaming Series, even if nandito sila sa finals, ang pinaka-questionable na nakita ko for this summer split would be the Kog'Maw Stinger on Gen V.
One time lang niya ginamit.
One time lang, tapos
never again.
inulit. So, hopefully, wala naman tayo makita ngayon dito. Shen against Canon.
Yeah.
Remember the deciding game. The immortal Shen. We have a Nami mid lane.
Si Canon has used Shen 7 times during the Pro Gaming Series. That's a lot for a champion. It's his most used champion in the PGS, so it's very understandable that he banned that. Hecarim being banned on the side of Acclaim Empire X. Yeah, so we're not going to be seeing
IPT considers that as a strong pick.
Yeah.
I wonder though, nakita ba natin? Pasok ba yun sa stats ni Tamsu? Like, did he play Hecarim?
None of these junglers have ever played Hecarim. Pero in other regions, he's being used. Yeah, he's the 4th most used jungler in other regions right now.
Kasi lahat against the jungle picks ni Suez.
Yeah.
Jungle picks. The rest, ang natitira na lamang ay lahat ng pwedeng magamit ni Tamsu actually. Pagdating dito, sobrang focus ng AEX sa jungle.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Gaya ni sinabi natin kanina, no, maybe Acclaim Empire X is looking to shut down Suez para it's easier for Tamsu to get the lead. We actually see him get the Rek'Sai,
Look at
and
this
then
one,
bam! Leona, Jhin, right off the bat.
Leona, Jhin. Napakaaga nito
Grabe, as in
very early.
First lock-in. I mean, Leona, alam natin 6.14, she was changed. There have been a lot of changes to Leona. And in fact, her win rate overall in all regions has actually been going up. It's above 50% right now.
Yeah, because of the incandescence buff plus the stun, mas mahaba, di ba? From 0.25 naging 0.5, grabe yun.
It's a really nice buff onto Leona, and then you get the Jhin. Sobrang comfortable actually ni Hate kay Jhin. He already used Jhin. Actually, he's already used Jhin several times. So
I can see the combo like, Leona goes all in obviously first, then Captivate Audience. Captivate Audience, sobrang hirap i-connect, but when it connect, ang tagal. And you have all the window to put in that Captivate Audience from that Jhin. Kung si Leona yung opener mo.
Exactly, and we're actually seeing Morgana being locked in right now. This is possibly support. And then Tristana being locked in for the side of Acclaim Empire X. Tristana, Gen V has used Tristana 3 times already during the Pro Gaming Series. He actually used him quite often. And although he's only won once on the Tristana, maybe they're looking to, maybe he has been practicing it. And the Morgana would be nice kasi lahat ng CC na ilalagay na bot na IPT on Tristana with that Black Shield is negated.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So, right now we're waiting out. If you have a Morgana, then na-revealed na. Mas confident. Tristana, good pick against Jhin. Okay? So, it's gonna be, well, may Rek'Sai na. So, it's gonna be the Graves getting picked on by Zeus. This is not a matter of counter-picking. This is a matter of pulling up a double ADC combo. Kasi, if ever you have the Jhin, ang problema kay Jhin is even if it deals like crazy amount of damage, yung hit rate niya, napaka-conditional. Pero ting spinner mo kay Graves, conditional din. Kaso lang, natitira na lang na jungle ADC would be Kindred, who's been nerfed to the ground.
Actually,
sige, let's
yung
just
ginawa talaga ng AEX really kind of strangled Suez kasi sobrang daming jungler na tinanggal and very few options were left. Oo, so Graves is pretty much the only other jungler that Suez is using in his pool right now. So he gets forced to use it. Poppy, JLC has already used Poppy a lot of times. Oh, this might be a Vel'Koz support.
So
because looking at the solo queue stats of Sunsi.
This is the AEX cheese moment. The AEX cheese moment. We're saying if you have a Morgana getting last, getting over the lock-in, Vesper, Vel'Koz, and Ari, we are in for a treat mula Iloilo. Holy cow! Talaga, AEX did it. AEX did it. They kept with they stick to their identity.
Yeah, you see, Vel'Koz is a very niche pick. He practices him a lot in solo queue. Yeah. So actually, we were talking with the analyst desk. Expected actually talaga tong Vel'Koz support na to. I was wrong. Apparently, Morgana is going to be in the top lane.
Yeah, yes, Canon. Going back to his roots, Morgana, man, this is crazy. I think you have JLC and Canon at the top lane, both peaking yung kanilang comfort picks. Bobby, JLC, Morgana, Canon talaga yan. Man, this is like, akala ko may giveaway match, parang sige, kapaan muna. Pero hindi, game 1, we're gonna go all in. We want this game 1 victory.
Actually, if you look at all of Acclaim Empire X picks, tama ka, they're all very comfortable picks for the side of Acclaim Empire X. They've been using these champions for a very long time. Si Cartilated, 5 times na niyang ginamit si Ari during the Pro Gaming Series. So definitely all of these picks for the side of Acclaim Empire X are very comfortable. For the side of IPTBC, Malzahar being picked on the side of Light. So he's not really going to be the hyper carry, but Malzahar is actually the most used mid laner right now for patch 6.14 in other regions. So he's very viable. And now, we're seeing the final team compositions being locked in here for both teams.
So guys, ano mga insights nyo dito sa composition? We've given our insights all from the analyst desk din, mga kaibigan. PGS 2016 Summer Finals from Bacchus Energy Drink. Drive your energy. So, bago tayo pumasok sa game, let's give ourselves time to watch this video. So, ayan, antayin lang natin yung...
Kami na Team PX, nataran kami from Visayas. Tuluha Iloilo, usaha Bacolod, usaha Cavite.
Tama kami ka-proud sa selves naman kay this is the very first time na makasulod ang isa ka-Visayas team sa finals sa Rampage.
Nalipay siyempre kay bago ko first time ko magampas sa dako nga stage ng kundi indamo tao.
Siguro kung hampang lang yan. Hindi na siguro pagpanamdaman ang mga gatanaw sa amon. Hindi ako bati, sige gila pa kampal sa mga tao sa amon.
Yung roster namin ngayon ay nabuo lang nung last January. So kahit sa sobrang ikling panahon na yun, marami na kami ng pag-champion na tournament. Marami na rin kami nasalihan na international na events. Yung last year, kasi parang natalo kami. So parang ngayon, gusto namin bumawi at manalo.
Chance na rin ulit namin to para pumunta ng ibang bansa para makipag-compete.
Pag naglaro ko sa international, grabing experience yung makuha mo para sa susunod na laban namin sa Pinas. Madali na lang lahat ng laban namin.
Sa ngayon, kami yung pinakamagaling dito sa Pilipinas kasi kami nasa #1 spot.
Most of the time kami yung aggressors ng laban kasi parang yun yung naging identity namin.
Strategy namin, pagkalaban namin yung ibang team, ubusin sila, tapos panalo kami.
Sobrang saya kasi makakalaban namin yung best team dito sa Pinas, yung IPT. Manalo, matalo, okay lang basta gagawin namin yung best namin.
Pag ganito, matatalo namin sila. Kasi based on experience pa lang, lamang na kami.
Kumaaram na kami na dakot amon chance na maperde kami. Pero if failure, galing na ito option namon. Kailangan good namon na mag-strive, magdaog, pakurion harang.
hindi ko po sila nakikita sa parang rival namin. Hindi namin sila ka-level.
Hindi siya boss, pero kaya naman natin.
Congrats sa kanila, umabot sila sa finals. Saka good luck. Kailangan nila yun.
Oh my God, grabe.
Grabe.
Nakakatindig balahibo. I mean, you know, pag tumitigtig yung balahibo ko, whenever I see IPT full of massive plays, every time magsasalita yung AEX, you know, the passion, the dream, yung idea na nag-pay off yung struggles nila, they have to play two best of threes to get here na tatlong game. Dalawang dead match yung kinarap nila mula G-Gamers Hub plus Mineski, and now they have here IPT. So alam mo yun, every time I see these guys, tumititig din yung balahibo ko. So hindi biro din when I observe some people from Visayas na talagang todo sumuporta sa kanila.
I mean, nakita natin sa video, IPT, nasa kanila yung experience. Yung sa Acclaim Empire X, nasa kanila yung hard work talaga. They've really worked their way up all the way to make it here to the finals. And I'm very excited to see IPT versus Acclaim Empire X. Nakita natin, sobrang confident na IPT. They know that they can win this
Because
match.
they can.
Yeah.
Because they've proven it, man.
They have.
GPL semifinals.
I mean, sila rin yung umabot na finals in the previous Rampage. You know, last year, 2015, although they weren't able to win, feeling nila parang ito yung time na makuha nila yung Rampage that they feel they deserve. But keep in mind, no, confidence, I mean, overconfidence can also be a very big sickness
can
of the
make you
top teams.
complacent, man.
Even teams like SKT have fallen because of overconfidence, maybe because of complacency, or sometimes just because of the raw talent of their opponent. And maybe we will see that today in the Pro Gaming Series Finals.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are now live at the Summoner's Rift. This is the beginning of the end. Game 1 of the best of 5 series between the two formidable teams in the country. PGS 2016 Summer Finals, the Acclaim Empire X versus Imperial Pro Team.
All right, on the blue side, that's going to be Acclaim Empire X. Cannon in the top lane with Morgana. Tamsu in the jungle with Rek'Sai. Calculated in the mid lane with Ari. For their bot lane, that's Genji and Sunzi with Tristana and Vel'Koz.
Meanwhile, on the red side, we have Imperial Pro Team. In the top lane, we have JLC on that Poppy. Jungle, we have Suez on the Graves. In the mid lane, we have the formidable Light. In the bottom two, Light on that Malzahar. And for the bottom duo, we have Hayes on that Gene 80 carry. And for Sanity on that Legiona support.
Yeah, so let's see how these matchups are going to go. I'm very excited to see how things will start off. So standard lanes tayo ngayon. Walang naganap na lane swap. I don't really think it's needed, although we're seeing actually a lot of harass coming in from Tristana and Vel'Koz so far here.
Yes, not to mention ito nga, it's a matter of the jungler's tempo right now, and they're holding a gap here over the mid lane. Maybe will Suez manage to calculate that? Yes, he did, because of that improve end of the line.
So nakikita natin to. Oh, wait!
Oh no, here in the top lane, it's gonna be Hayes getting threat on one last in. Mula kay Zenby, going massive here over the bottom lane. You can see that Moisani is trying to walk away, and he's gonna burn. No, he won't burn any summoner spells, but that is the first blood onto AEX.
Again, Tamsu being the one to start things off though in the Pro Gaming Series. He's gonna be the one to get the first blood to help Empire X. And yun yung mahirap kapag Jin yung ginamit mo. During the early game, you're gonna be very weak, you're gonna be very immobile. And Rek'Sai can easily catch up to you with his very unique paths in the jungle.
Man, these guys, they have their eyes set onto their own objectives. IPT for the mid lane, and AEX for the bottom lane.
Oh, tsaka actually, mahirapan si Suez to gank Light 3-6. Kasi walang CC. He Malzahar 3-6, so he has to wait. He has to wait till Light can get, you know, the grassy to get the ult so that he can be able to hold calculated down before he can Spirit Rush.
And the awkward scenario there is that by the time na may level 6 na si Malzahar, there's the Spirit Rush.
Yeah.
Auto-calculated. That's the danger right now. Guys, this is of course powered by our official energy drink. Blackos Energy, drive your energy. We are here, esports Arena.ph/stream. We are live. And malaking pagsigaw at pagpusta sa mga hashtag Team Bahay.
Yeah.
We have the promo.
Of course, just because you're not here live at the event, it doesn't mean you're not out of the event.
Yeah,
of course,
basta summoner
you're always
ka.
a part of it.
Basta summoner ka, basta naglalaro ka ng LoL, parte ka nito, sama-sama tayo dito.
Yes, Exactly. So we're seeing so far in the matchup, yun, exactly like I said, the bot lane, si Hate tsaka si Poisanely, kailangan nila mag-ingat against Tamsu. Because again, like we said, skill participation-wise, he has the highest stats, and they have to be very careful kasi wala masyadong disengage ito si Leona.
Yeah, I was wondering nga kung level 3 ni Leona will Sansi be put in a bad position, pero you could see that Tamsu is just showing himself here in the top lane. Hindi niya pinakita yung health bar niya. Nagpakita lang siya ng face seeker. Because, you know, if Tamsu goes all in on that one, I think with the tankiness of JLC, it could go, you know, it could go south for a play for X.
Tsaka kulang na kulang yung damage na yun. If ever Rek'Sai is going to go in, wala pa masyadong item si Morgana unless they're able to lock down one of the champions. Pero the percentage chance of that happening is very little.
Yeah, we cannot afford to allow Tamsu to go first, and that's one flash in the blink of an eye, and in the blink also light.
Yes, so no flash now at mid. Malay natin si Tamsu pwede pa bumunik doon. He can make a return back and try to shut down Light. You know, get the calculated snowballing of this Ahri kasi gaya na sinabi ko kanina, Ahri is a it's one of Calculated's most favorite champions in the mid lane.
Actually, he Light plays Malzahar traditionally, and it talaga bumalik si Tamsu dun sa mid lane because tendency ng Malzahar would be to shove lanes because of the skill set that they have.
Yeah.
Interesting part though would be, that binding on top of these minions. Hindi na-allow ni Light, ni JLC. JLC goes for the engage. Of course, he knows that Cannon has no mana. And going back to sa mid lane, if Light doesn't manage this lane so well, na napupush niya yung lane against Calculated could run him down with
Spirit Rush, Rek'Sai tunneling in to get the knock-up.
Yeah.
Napakadali actually
Very
patayin
dangerous.
si Malzahar, especially since wala siyang cleanse.
Yeah, you think Malzahar is like really strong in lane, pero it's actually just lane and controlling the lane. Malzahar shines so well kapag kasama na teammates niya. Kasi solid yung lockdown na yung malawar recall.
Yeah, exactly. So Light has to be very careful to manage the wave. We're actually seeing it pushing into the mid lane right now. But we'll see if Cartoon can push that out. Bot lane, my CS lead was si Gen V. Again, right now, that's 53 to 41 CS. Tristana really pushing in the wave. And early game talaga, medyo hindi maganda yung wave clear ni Hate, so it's difficult to push out. And syempre, natalakot ni Hate.
Oh, wow, Tamsu all day, every day! Tumanakap dito kay Hate without any flash! It's gonna be Sansi securing the kill! Will they go for a Poisanity dive? No, they won't, but that's two deaths now in the pocket of the IPD ADC.
Yes, so again, Tamsu getting a very easy gank. Napakasakit right after the knockoff of Rek'Sai. You can easily put down a lot of bursts from both Vel'Koz and Tristana to lock any champion down. And Jhin, again, like I said, napilitan siyang bumili ng longsword tsaka ng Bishop Twinnet. He's very squishy, he has barely any damage, and there's no way they can respond. That's gonna be a free dragon.
Good thing for IPT. Good thing for IPT though that that's the Cloud Drake. Even though with the buff, I still cannot consider that the Cloud Drake is, you know, kind of big.
Yeah.
Considering the composition dito, kasi may Spirit Rush naman si Ahri. And hindi ka naman basta-basta mag-all in with this kind of composition. There's a better composition that would benefit from the Cloud Drake. Pero ito rin na kung ibang Drake yon, would be a big edge for Acclaim FRX.
So we should not underestimate the effects of this Cloud Drake.
Eto na mga kaibigan, ult mula kay Light. Tapos inilaban pa ni Leona. No, it's gonna be Poisanity, the support, getting that kill though in the mid lane. Not the best, not the best pick.
Medyo sa akin na punta kay Leona actually, yung kill niya. But again, regardless, it's gonna be a kill. Auto-calculated, pwedeng i-push ni Malzahar yung wave and then try to get another objective. For example, they can even get Rift Arrow actually.
Yeah, I miss the days where Poisanity plays trash. Kaso meta talaga ngayon ang hinihingi, bro. Because of the Lucian, Ezreal meta dati. Now we have Ashe and I'm still thinking na Brom would fit well pa rin sa mga positions na yun. And interestingly, Poisanity is rolling on a Leona. I wonder though, siguro depende sa game 1 na to kung anong pipick sa support pa ni Poi sa game 2 or game 3.
Yeah, I mean, we might see yung paborito niya ng Trundle. Madalas na ginagamit actually support and it's also viable.
Man, I remember the Trundle. Rapid question. Okay, we're gonna go for the advanced one flash here. Mula kay Tamsu, Light will see the end of the road. The Light, mga kaibigan, that's 3-1 now in the pocket of AEX.
Yes,
Wow!
actually, medyo expected naman kasi kung tititin yung team composition ng Acclaim of FireX, they're built for early to mid game aggression.
Early to mid game. Expected to.
They're gonna be ganking a lot. Si Ari and Tristana will try to burst as many champions as they can, try and push and siege turrets. And Falcons, syempre, sobrang nakasakit ng base damage niyan during the early part of the game. So this is pretty expected. But Empire X, you know, they shouldn't get carried away.
Yeah. Yun lang ha, kasi ramdam yung aggression.
Yes.
Pero all the more that you get successful with this kind of aggression, all the more na kailangan mag-open up for committing onto risky plays and tower dives. Right now, though, they're displacing and actually managed to shove away IPT outside or, you know, palayo sa kanilang outer bottom lane tile, and now it gets destroyed. The first turn to go down will be the bottom lane outer turret dito.
Yeah, so 9 minutes in, actually almost 10 minutes in, halos 3k gold lead na. Yung meron na Acclaim Empire X versus IPT, and this could give them the momentum to possibly try and take away the first game from IPT in this best of 5. Syempre, best of 5 to, there's still a lot of games to go, but a first game can mean a lot, especially for the team.
What is Cannon going here? Masyado yata maaga yung Black Shield niya. He gets collapsed by JLC, pero we're gonna go for the mid lane. One Black Shield by ZP. Laser mula kay Sanchez. Kame, wave! Sabi niya, it's gonna be JLC taking that kill from his support, and they're gonna go for the push here in the mid lane outer.
So they're really putting it down the aggression though during this early game. They're trying to take advantage of the fact that si Light, wala siya makukuha support. Great there.
Incandescent is here, connected to calculator. He's getting turret hits. In the blink of an eye, biglang nawala. Suez gets that skill.
Yeah, so good response coming in from IPT. They're just trying to take advantage of yung aggression. Try to respond to the aggression.
Yun yung sinasabi natin, naging complacent. All the more na ang tempo mo, aggressive, you are in for sinunod ka kasing phase ng game, secure objectives. You know, getting near the turrets. But the thing is, there's the lane na. With the ult, improve ult incandescence, and unfortunately, nasa harapan pa, mid lane calculated. That is a bad move there by Acclaim Empire X.
I mean, Acclaim Empire X has to be very careful because maraming punishing CC na pwede nila ma-receive from the side of IPT. If you make one wrong move, Malzahar can easily lock you down, Leona can lock you down, and then far range response from Hate with this curtain call.
Yeah, and well, tingnan natin yung tempo nila. Looking though on the Gen B, 0-1. 2-0 for zone. You know, I would recommend for IPT to secure some kills, some shutdown, or pullback kills. Wala din sa kills ng AEX. Pero as the game progresses on, ALC's Poppy is growing, syempre growing as a threat. So, walang choice dito, ang AEX, hindi pa naman fight ang mistake.
Actually, I want Acclaim Empire X should be pushing their aggression kasi in every single lane, actually, may CS advantage sila. Around 10 to 20 CS advantage. So, they should be moving around like they are now, trying to take as many outer turrets as they can, trying to secure as many dragons as they can. Kasi the moment Acclaim Empire X becomes complacent during this stage of the game, bibigyan nila ng opening yung IPT para makabawi. And if IPT is able to get ahead, even by a little bit, sobrang sakit ng punishment from IPT kasi once JLC starts making those flanking TP plays, he can really start to get things going right.
Yeah, considering the objective, it seems that Cannon will secure the top lane outer turret. There's the siege getting pulled off you in the mid lane, pero in less than 1 minute, lalabas na yung Dragon. What are your insights on the next team fight, Peter?
Yeah, I mean, for the next team fights, IPT just has to be careful. They have to put as many wards as they can, try to put vision down on the Dragon, and then try to contest it. But try to lock people down one by one. Try not to get them all in the 5v5, maybe lock them down by one. Kasi sobrang lakas ng single target damage ng IPT. Once Malzahar locks someone down, grabe yung single target response ng IPT. So if they can catch Gen V off guard,
oh wow, there's the Spirit Rush getting activated. Captivate Ocean, pero nasaan ni Poisality dito? Best target ba to para sa life from disintegration? Play Tamsu in the front line. And of course, we have the connection from JLC, the back line. Hammering down onto Tamsu. There's the ult from JLC. Cannon gets removed. Tamsu gets guided dito ni Suez. And I think that resets the fight. Thanks to JLC's ult, you can see the collateral damage getting cashed. Zoom out tayo. But I think that's it. That's too risky for anyone to initiate in. So many cooldowns as speed step on.
So you can see,
No.
everyone is very, very careful. Sobrang delikado kasi if you give away one team fight, any of his teams, you immediately give an outer turret, you give away a dragon. They have to be very careful and not be over-aggressive. And you can see that from both teams. They don't want to sacrifice too much. They just want to make sure. And we'll see the replay right now. They're able to catch Void Sanity, but he's way too tanky. Kuna pa yung damage he does to finish him off. And the Tamsu comes in. But everyone, after JLC makes a TP, they sort of disengage kasi alam nila Oh, we have to be careful here. Dragon's up, and we have to be careful.
No ult from Tamsu. Calculated is so low. Spirit Rush is used. That's a good decision there by AEX. I wonder nga, baka sana naging mas agresibo pa yung IPT because of the cooldowns consumed there by AEX. Pero siguro good decision na rin yun. Kasi in terms of item decision and the gold, behind pa sila.
So let's see Dragon being started right now by Acclaim Empire. X, another Cloud Drake. And if they get 2 Cloud Drakes, magiging 50%. Additional 50 movement speed.
Yeah,
that's
like
very big.
another boost. That's like another boost na, di ba?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, ang daming Cloud Drake, vacation, mga kaibigan. As you can see that AEX will now take on this blue buff for them. And, you know, still the objectives are clear. 1 Drake, 3 Peril, those still alive. And that outer mid lane Chariot and the top lane outer also is still standing for IPT.
Tignan natin, I think Acclaim Empire is looking to try and contest this mid lane. Tams who's already putting vision on the blue side of IPT. Although both TPs from both top laners are actually down. So if ever there's a mid lane engage, di makaka-respond yung mga members ng top lane of both sides. But all of the members right now are actually in mid lane. And they have to be very careful right now. Almost full item already for Ari. And the Infinity Edge is up as well for Gen V.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on the 15-minute mark itong ating battle with 3 Drakes. But you have to take note, man, look at the screen. Next Drake.
Infernal Drake. Yeah, so this is very important.
Very crucial, man. 20 minutes into the game, Dr. Jump mula kay Genpi. Puts the bomb off to haters. That's that one full in. Agrees at one flash. Pag ginamit ni Genpi. A 1v1 between 2 ADCs and it's gonna be Genpi stepping up against Hate. Now JLC will collapse on. Ayun, kasama si Suez dito pero may backup cannon. Cast the ult onto JLC. Collateral damage, no damage. And there's the jump on JLC. JLC will go down. Spirit Rush now onto Suez. And that is in just 1 minute, 3 kills falls into the hands of AEX.
Oh no, boy, Sanity getting very low, but he's able to escape. Right now, they're probably going to go get Rift Herald. They can give it to anyone, actually. I think this Rift Herald is going to go over to Rek'Sai, over Tamsu, so they can continue to put in deep vision against IPT. Now, after this Rift Herald, Tamsu.
And I would say that is a misplay by IPT. Why? Yung backup, yung response dito ng AEX is now improved with the Cloud Drake. Danger. So when it comes to skirmishes, dati medyo negligible pa yung Cloud Drake, pero double Cloud Drake. When it comes to skirmishes, and response time, hold that jump on Genvi, there's the lockdown, Insanity gets the shutdown.
That's exactly what IPT has to keep doing to get back into the game. We see, napakalakas talaga ng single target damage nila. Kahit sobrang layo ni Leon at saka ni Light on Malzahar. Once they lock someone down, you just have to put down Curtain Call, burst that target down, and it's enough to take out Gen V calculated. I'm pretty sure anyone.
And that's the beauty of the composition ng IPT. They can lock down anyone, they can make picks that removes the option for split push.
That's true.
So when that removes the option for split push, you go for siege, a 5-man siege. And the problem is, IPT, even though we have a GPA, has actually a good wave clear and defense. Given light.
That's true.
Yeah.
See kung anong kayang gagawin ng IPT in the next few minutes. No Dragon coming up yet. Although, kung bigyan nila yung Infernal Drake na to, that's Acclaim FIX. Sobrang dangerous na the situation ngayon. You can't allow Acclaim FIX to snowball.
It's very clear. IPT has to stick and stay in this mid lane and bottom lane. For the, I think wala pa naman yung 2-minute mark. Pero yun, whenever the 2-minute mark ends, it's the tick. Medyo malaking laban ang guessing ang pwedeng maganap na dito sa mid lane or bottom lane.
Yes, so JLC has the TP up. We'll see if there will be any fights in this mid lane right now. Looking at the itemization, Quicksilver Sash already for Gen V, so he knows. Alam niya na siya yung target talaga ng IPT. Because of so much single target CC, he has to have that Quicksilver Sash, especially during team fights, so that he can continue to deal damage.
And he managed to buy an Infinity Edge on top of that Quicksilver Sash. Ganun yung lead na meron si Gen V. Although buying that Quicksilver Sash puts him behind to deal damage to the tank.
Yeah.
Pero that removes nga the idea of him getting picked up.
Yun yung talaga importante actually. And actually, even if they focus all of their CC onto Gen V, nandyan pa rin si Calculator to deal damage. Yun nga. So there's a lot of damage dealers that IPT have to keep their eyes on to win a team fight.
Okay, the timer is now up. 2 minutes, make that less than 2 minutes bago lumabas itong ating Infernal Drake. there's a good chance that they will, stay here over the mid lane. Whereas ang diskarte ni Cannon with the teleport up, he's shoving the top lane.
Yes, of course, the wave clear naturally from Morgana, where he was trying to keep JLC in top lane. Oh, all
That's the ult
missing.
gun. The ult of the mid laner, calculated. Spirit Rush is also important, pero it's a matter, sino mas mahalaga ngayon na ult? Spirit Rush or the Poisanity Solar Flare? I'm guessing Solar Flare.
I mean, actually, now they're going to be relying on Lights, Malzahar, or JLC to lock down any targets. Because if with one less CC down, you're gonna have a much more difficult time to lock down the carries of Acclaim and Fire X. And during a Dragon fight, one ult can change everything.
This game, kahit gaano kalaki yung laman ng AEX, turned out to become a battle of attrition in the mid lane.
Yeah, definitely. They're trying to
Napaka-crucial
get...
nung mid lane turn.
Kasi once you have control of that mid lane, sobrang daming opportunities to go open up for the team. You can go over the Baron, you can go over the Dragon, and again, I cannot emphasize enough how important this third Dragon is. Double Cloud Drake plus Infernal Drake, they're gonna keep rotating, and this might be the momentum that Flame and Fire X needs.
Isa nga lang na crucial pang bagay para dun sa Cloud Trade. Nakuha ng AEX dito, yung Rip Scuttler.
Exactly.
Very important. That puts a lot of insurance na hindi makakuha ng kabilang team. Yung Torre, yung Dragon or they have the Vision, the AEX is the Spirit of the Vision. And right now, nag-push yung bottom lane. That leaves only 2 members here in the mid lane. There's the signal to go all in onto this mid lane, pero they're still not tagging the mid lane turret. So, I think for the 5 seconds, they're gonna rotate for this Infernal Drake. Something will explode, maybe on this one.
So actually nakita natin yung IPT's members are all moving down to Dragon. Medyo delikado kasi walang wards yung IPT dyan. So JLC is gonna have a hard time teleporting over to the area. We can see though IPT trying to take out the wards of Acclaim Empire X then. Although keep in mind, when JLC...
Okay, so we have calculated, managing to collect the charm. Using, na nawawala na si Suez dito, spin remove. There's no magagaling mula kay Light. Even with the curtain call mula kay haters ng members from AX falling down, double flash in. Sanity with the Infernal Blade falling into the hands of AEX. Ladies and gentlemen, they are now collapsing onto Hate. Hate doing the kind of being that's the easy. Mula kay Sunny. Still stabs Suizo on the chase, but can you tag? Hate tag stabs you in the backline. Calculating the right on the cannon. Look at JLC rolling over the 3v1 and they respect the top lane of IPT. That's with the cloud. One binding JLC with the flash. Will he manage to escape? There's the charm, and I think that will put the escape onto Jamsu. Still, JLC is at it. He has no flash, and that's gonna be a 2-for-3 exchange in favor of AEX.
Yeah, and I mean that situation is really good for Acclaim Empire X kasi even though they gave away a couple of kills, walang nakuha objective yung IPT from that fight. They were able to get the Dragon, they were able to get a couple of kills. Now you're ahead by 3 Dragons. If we take a look at that replay, Sunzi totally focusing everything on Light. Suez goes down as well. Wala nang smite, and then at point, the Dragon is very much secured for the side of Acclaim Empire X. Good job from Poisanity, to lock down Gen V. They're able to ignite and then finish him off. And then the rest of his team fight is pretty much sobrang messy actually the team fight again afterwards.
I would like to commend Hate on that curtain call. Ang ganda ng setup, talagang sa backline niya nilalagay yung 4 na bala, and that puts a good amount of damage din kay Calculated na maging alanganin even with the lockdown mula kay Malzahar. The problem about Malzahar nga is even if you lock down using that ult, kailangan mo ng follow-up damage. Always.
Very true. And so IPT always need to be on the same page. Sino ba yung target natin? Si Gen V ba? Si Calculated? And it was here.
Yeah, there's a
But they're starting, yung Acclaim Empire X are starting to put their attention over to the top lane right now. They have 3 Dragons already, 50 additional movement speed, plus the additional damage, AP AD coming in from Infernal. Now they can start to contest. We can see them putting vision right now all over the red buff side of IPT. And I don't know if IPT can contest this turret.
Yeah, and JLC is ridiculously tanky against magic damage.
Yeah.
So if it's not Gen V that is hitting him, even the Rek'Sai, even Tamsu cannot deal or cannot trade up with JLC on this pop. Makompleto niya itong kanyang Sunfire Cape. It will be dangerous.
Yeah.
It will be dangerous kapag nagkaroon na rin siya ng armor.
Sobrang ineffective kapag
No, nobody gets tagged by the solar flare. Now that's gonna be Tamsu receiving the charge. Mula kay JLC, the W getting casted. Didn't play won't connect onto anyone, but that resets the team fight. And we have a little standoff here over the top lane. Oh, Tamsu, rolling. Mark Hardenay that goes all in. Yo, Spirit Rush pabalik. One last Spirit Rush to dodge that Captivate Odin mula kay Hate. Hate is really doing a good job sniping off members dito ng AEX.
Yes, just has to exploit his long range and
Yeah.
make sure, oh, Kana trying to do something here, pero we can tell IPT really trying to hold on to their inner turrets kasi napaka-importante nito to hold the inner turrets. Once you lose that top lane inner turret, you lose control a lot over Dragon, and as we can see on the screen right now, next Drake, Cloud Dragon na naman. Kung makatatlong Cloud Dragon yung Empire X, that's gonna be 75 additional movement speed.
Now that is ridiculously strong. That is
sobrang lakas
ridiculously
talaga.
strong. Pag na any third dragon stack, it's like a big influence in the game.
Yes, that's definitely true. And we'll see who will get the next dragon. But yung Acclaim Empire X actually, we can see at this point of the game, medyo nahihirapan na silang kumuha ng objective kasi they don't really have a frontline tank to really engage during team fights. Kung may mahal fight sana sila or something like that, it would be very easy for them to tower dive. Pero looking at the composition of Acclaim Empire X, tower diving, not really an option.
Yeah,
they're very squishy. So kailangan actually the best thing for them to do is to pick off IPT one by one and then go for an objective.
It's not Gragas ult.
Yeah, yeah.
Yung initiate nila. It's a Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai knock-up, which requires someone to go in. That's the best pick for tower dive.
It's gonna be very difficult from this point. So actually, what Acclaim Empire X can do, guys, sabi ko kanina, either they can bait, they can try to pick off IPT one by one, try to bait them into an objective, and a new objective is coming out. 1 minute 20 seconds. The next object is going to be
Oh my
coming
god.
out.
Even with the quick draw,
Yeah.
Suez gets tagged still. Now, eto, tingnan natin. Will IPT fight for a Cloud Lake? Maybe yes. Yeah, I mean, yes, they cannot surrender any Cloud Lake. Pero they can play naman objective. The inner mid later. And right now, ang weirdo ng positioning dito.
Yeah.
Ng AEX. JLC activated. Goes in on Thompson. That is the best member. There's gonna be the ult from JLC. Not connect on anyone. Third lane goal now. In the backside. Calculated receiving the third hit. No, make that the second. Not the third hit, but the fourth. Connect on Thompson. Thompson will go down now. And JLC still flanking on the side. There's the movement split mula sa Rick Scottler. And you can see that 5 members of IPT will go in. JLC with the flash, really charge onto anyone who's deciding who's attacking. One flash for sanity, really go down. No remote, he gets the side, no side. She activated the life of the situation rate. Only 3 members are remaining from Acclaim Empire X with IPT tagging 2. Ladies and gentlemen, what an each by each team fight.
That was actually in favor of IPT kasi sobrang awkward the position ng
Yeah.
Acclaim Empire X. They were right next to
Oh my god! It's gonna be Gen P, ladies and gentlemen! Going massive against Light. Now that's 3 members gone for IPT over that extended teamfight. Gen P though is like trying to take on Hate. There's the ult black and the knock-up. One jump in, one flash, E300 flip. And it's gonna be Gen P slaying Hate. This is AEX going to take on this Cloud Drake.
Yeah, that's gonna be the third dragon for Acclaim Empire. It's the third Cloud Drake. They're going to get 75 additional movement speed. Napakabilis. Cool man. 4 dragons already on the side of Acclaim Empire. If they get the Baron and then the mark of the Elder Dragon, that will just be a straight snowball to victory. Although, I have to point out, huge props to JLC for his ult. He was able to knock out Gen V, one of the main sources of damage of Acclaim Empire X, and that's why, partly why they were able to win the team fight earlier.
Wala. Nanak.
Yeah, si Gen V yung tinakapon niya.
Ang liit kasi, hindi ko nakita. Akala ko nag-jump out si Tristana. Nakapala ng Poppy.
Yes, exactly. So JLC, good job keeping away Tams.
The Tamsu ult in the bottom lane. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like talagang command. Genby, go mo to. Meron akong tunnel doon. I'm gonna boy rush in. Let's go.
Now Baron is going to be the next objective to look at, and looking at the kill score, 14-8 at 28 minutes, and a nice goldie, 5,000 goldie right now for Acclaim Empire X. And they're working well with it, trying to get objectives. Nakuha na nila yung bot inner turret. So once they get that bot inner turret, they will have better control over the Baron pit, and maybe they'll be able to secure this Baron.
Oh my god.
Yung kailangan lang yung bawal ulitin ng Acclaim Empire X is yung position nila kanina near the Dragon. They were able to get locked down very easily by JLC because they were standing at a very awkward, narrow area near the Dragon. They cannot position themselves like that.
Yeah, challenging the expectations. AEX is putting on a good fight. Poisanity gets collapsed on here. Of course, losing up the life of disintegration rate. Poisanity gets smite out there by Damsu. You can see that the critical is down. Down in the back line. It's JLC. The ult gets cancelled. What's happened over that one? Captivate all this, but look at from the side. Searching the flanking Velcros, mga kaibigan. Calculated, activated the ult charms, the minions. And now, 2 members are now gone for IPT. So AEX has no minions to pull up a team over this mid lane turret.
Yes, and that's exactly how Acclaim Empire X can win. It's by taking out IPT one by one. It's very difficult.
One by one.
If it's 5v5 straight, they don't have a frontline. Oh, Tatsu!
Oh my God! Damsu! Ang probinsyano, mga kaibigan! Sobrang angkaran! One fighting on the Suez though. And I think they have to fall back over this one, as you can see that the death timers are now up for the side of IPT members. So AEX once again on the killer mid-lane turret.
Very, very close fights are coming in from AEX. Sobrang aggressive talaga. The Damsu trying to get take out at the replay. So there, one by one, take out IPT one by one to try and get the Genesis. They get nice damage down on the Poisanity. The knockup doesn't land on the Suez, but they're able to get the kill. And then after that, they get more control. JLC, the flank lord of the PGS, able to get to the backline. Kaso, sobrang kulang the DPS to follow up on the JLC.
You know what Damsu did? Habang china-channel yung Keeper's Verdict, knock up niya. Kaya tayo walang nakitang tumalon na champion mula sa flank ni JLC. It seems AEX really expected this flank from Poppy.
Very, very much. And alam na natin, for those who watch the pro gaming series very often, JLC talaga yung flank lord ng PGS. Siya yung lagi nag-initiate from the backline. Yun lang.
Ilawi Lord, Poppy Lord.
Exactly. Pero sobrang sayang kasi even if JLC is going to initiate from the backline, kulang yung damage nila. In terms of AoE 5v5 fights, kulang pa rin yung damage ng IPT. They're really much better when they focus one by one onto several targets. So now this is IPT pushing into the mid lane.
Oh my God, there's the Cynic Blade now on cooldown para kay Poisanity. You have to take note, there's the Solar Flame ever. AEX committed on this one flag. The Charm Nicolette gets sidestepped on by IPT. Still Cardinal lane and managed to bait out the Solar Flame. They could go for an engage, maybe Void Rush from Damsu. No tunnels though in the backline of IPT.
Yung pinaka-unfortunate actually in this game is that si Poisanity, hindi niya ginagamit aggressively yung ult niya. It's always to defend the team.
Oh my God, there's also nagagaling spell! Immune onto Damsu! What a clutch play there by Cannon now onto the backline! It's gonna be Suez receiving the damage, but Poisanity will kiss the ground. Gempi is now a monster, and IPT cannot read kung saan, kung kailan papalag against AEX. Now it's safe to say AEX has the lead.
Yes, and this can be a huge opening for Baron right now. Suez is gonna try to contest. He does have the smite. We'll see if they're gonna try to knock them down.
Light as a flash.
Yes.
Light as a flash.
Flash ult. He still has the flash ult, so he can focus on Genji. But Baron, very low.
Suez gets that. Suez gets that. Baron goes so low. It's gonna be Genji though. Securing that one on top of the smite. Still the chase is on. You have to take note. Light has the ult. So you know, there's no resting time here para sa side ng AEX. Vision call calculated. Naliligaw kang pusa ka. Tingnan natin though. Spinning back onto the side blocks and it's still managed to walk away. Wow, AEX.
Yeah, not expected. 10,000 gold lead at 32 minutes into the game, and Acclaim Empire X, despite being the underdogs of this best of 5, they're able to get a huge lead at the first game of the Acclaim Empire X. And although your predictions ng Analyst desk was 3-1, maybe this is the one, or this could even be a 3 for Acclaim Empire X.
I'm not predicting this for a game 1. Like, I'm guessing kung manalo man yung AEX for a game 1, hindi yung ganitong klaseng nila. So they're definitely challenging the expectations of everyone here at the World Trade Center. And for the record, hindi pusa si Ari. Fox siya. Ninetale Fox.
Tama nga. So now we have to chill. The Infernal Drake.
Infernal Drake,
coming in
ladies
now.
and gentlemen. Swag points, naunahan sila saan. Itamsin dito, pinubigyan na nga boys. They have the choke point in length with these projectiles still coming from top. Building up play game, calculated. That we have the ult, we're gonna zoom out though. And I think there's the call from IPD to fall back. 4 dragons in the pocket of AEX. Tatlo na lang. Pwede na nilang ilabas si Shenron.
Oh,
Pitong dragon eh.
oh my
Well, si
goodness.
Reka rin pala.
Oh, yeah, but 30 minutes in. And again, a 10,000 OGs coming in from Acclaim Empire. We're gonna try to push it down this bot right now, but it was easy. What is gonna happen? IPT on the backboard. Exactly like I said earlier. During the...
Gaya sabi ko kanina, IPT support sanity, always defensive.
They're never able to get their own picks
Throughout the game, and
The
AEX,
picks, yun yung gusto mo eh.
yes, exactly. They have to be the one to snowball. But Light, we're never seeing.
we only saw once
Yung combo na Light ult, Poisanity ult, Hate ult. We only ever saw that once in this game. And then for the rest of the game, IPT has just been responding to the plays of Acclaim Empire X.
Oh yeah, now there's a different challenge here. The AEX has to win on that one goal. The Citizen gets back on, but Sanity gets sent through. Even JLC, look at calculated, going into the back line. Hate gets tagged by the Arm of Deception. Starts fighting on things, anyone about Brazil. Oh, wala kay calculated. One spike onto Hate. And it's gonna be Tamsu though. And maybe this is Infernal going down in the house of IPT. AEX is knocking on heaven's door for this game 1.
30-second death timers right now on the side of IPT, and I don't know if they'll be able to defend their base. Baron buff is there, the Infernal Drake is there, all the freaking dragons in this game
Oh
are
my
there,
God.
and they're looking to take this first game against IPT, despite
Oh
being
my
the
God.
underdogs of this best of 5. They get game 1. GG.
Wow! Oh my god. Woo! It's here. We freaking didn't expect that. Man, I mean, the stats, the standings, check the stats at the Pro Gaming Series. Ang layo ng
Napakalayo talaga.
AEX compared to IPT.
Yeah.
I mean, sobrang lakas ng mga stats ng IPT, but this scoreboard, this endgame screen say otherwise.
827 on Gen V and 318 on Tamsu. You can see sobrang daming assist na lahat ng members of Empire X. They were one unit moving all together throughout the entire game. They knew they were all on the same page, that you had one goal, and they were able to execute their team composition so well. Nag-worry tayo, wala silang front line, they wouldn't have been able to tower dive. But despite, yung kakulangan ng team composition, they were able to execute it so well. Snowball, and honestly, IPT losing that hard in this best of 5, you have to be a bit scared for IPT.
Grabe man. Challenging all expectations, Pero ito na to. Game 1, getting taken on by Acclaim Emperor X. Definitely ang kalaban nila. Ayan, look at the damage that here. Calculated plus Gen V. I was expecting for Cannon to step up. I was expecting for Tamsu. Though Tamsu, ang ganda naman setup na. Yung ganks na definitely cannot be denied. But the follow-up, the distribution of kills are just so well. I want to hear from the analyst there. So, yan. Again, Acclaim Emperor X challenging all expectations. Pero definitely, this is the champion. Yes. This is the PGS Spring Champion.
IPT is not out of the game just yet.
Yeah, veterans to. And now, they know what AEX is on game 1.
Yes.
Nakilala nilang AEX on game 1, the adjustment, the game 2, and the game 3. Right? Let's see, diba? Game 3. May showtime game 3 would be crazy, guys. So bago tayo magtapos, maraming salamat sa mga entity on making this moment possible. So pasalamatan natin itong ating mga sponsors.
Yeah, so let's thank our sponsors, Rampage 2016. This is brought to you by our sponsors, Smart, co-presented by Bacchus, A+, Razer, Seagate, Predator, sponsored by Plantronics, Altec Gaming, Gamdias, FND, Nvidia Palette, Zagu, Philips, A4 Tech Bloody, Cooler Master, PC Express, PLDT, and Extreme Gamers.
Yes, and of course, for our media partners, we have 2.0 Magazine, Arcade Mag, Back to Gaming, Brand Magazine, Cosplayer, Dava Esports, The Geeks Esports Inquirer, FHM, Gadgets Magazine, Geek Pinas, Geeks Guide, Hobnob TV, HWM Magazine, Lifestyle Bucket, Love Radio, Macquar, Publishing,
And of course, there's going to also be Megabytes, Mineski TV, Mineski.net, NCPH, Otaku Asia, PC Buyer, Pinoy Screencast, Rakista Radio, Rappler, Ray Mario Files, Rumble Royale, Speed Magazine, Sports Illustrated, Tech Beat PH, Tech Forum, Tips G, TJS Daily, TNC Esports, Ungeeked.ph, and Will Work for Game.
And that's game 1, ladies and gentlemen. We are your shoutcasters, filled with honor to shoutcast with you and alongside with you, man. Ako po si Shinfu with a 1 for an eye.
And I'm Amplifier.
Amplifier, mga kaibigan, powered by the official sponsor of the Pro Gaming Series, Bangos Energy Drink. Drive your energy. Let's hear what the Analyst desk has to say.
Welcome back to the Analyst Desk, and what a game! What a perfect way to start the finals of the Pro Gaming Series Summer. So much happened and so much to break down. I guess let's start from the pick and ban. What exactly happened during the pick and ban? Because when we were talking earlier, we thought it was terrible. We thought AX pick and ban
Definitely.
was terrible, but they proved us wrong. I mean,
It was a very strange draft. Of course, Amplifier said they didn't have a front line, but here they played to their win conditions. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it seems like IPD didn't care much about the picks and bans of AX. You know what's wrong with our meta. We know our best pick, so let's pick this and let AEX pick whatever they want. And AEX did whatever they wanted in that game, and I'm so impressed. Right now, I'm not sure who's gonna win the PGS finals anymore. Anything can happen.
yeah, I mean, like we said earlier, their game plan, they executed it perfectly. They
Yeah.
snowballed bottom. We thought the bot lane was going to lose very hard. I mean, that's a Leona and a Jin. They have an insane level 2 dive in. But Sunzi, that champion mastery on point, there's a reason why. This guy's been playing Vel'Koz since 2 Rampages ago, back in Rampage 2014 before it was cool. And he brings it out again and shows what he's made of. And let's take a look at the clip. It's the first blood right there. We saw the gank from we saw the gank from Tamsu, enabling that first blood, and that's really what started all of it. That first blood there kept on going. Sunzi and Tamsu defined that early game right there.
Yeah. And I believe, you're right. Tamsu is really the key here. But the thing is, it's so different because they moved as a unit. Like after early game where Tamsu was trying to take care of all these lanes, suddenly nakikita mo na yung ibang members nasa mid and they would just confuse IPD on what their next move is, and they're very, very responsive. Props to AEX talaga.
Yeah, definitely. The early game there, focusing on the Jhin and the Leona, that's perfect. Because once you get that immobile Jhin on an offensive support like Leona, it's very hard to bounce back from that. Leona is, like I said, very hard to return when you're behind.
Yeah, speaking of Leona though, the only champions from AEX lineup that would actually be targeted by the Solar Flare is Vel'Koz, because he doesn't have any dash skills aside from the flash. Pero kung Tristana, Ari, the rest of the members are very mobile.
Very
so
difficult.
madali talaga yun madadodge.
Yeah, I mean, as a result, all the members played very well from that AX side. They played their roles perfectly. Cannon actually had a huge CS advantage over JLC. Managed to take that top lane turret, and the Black Shields were on point. Meanwhile, Calculated, he got camped in mid, but he was still able to be very dominant in that mid game.
Yeah.
He got those picks, he did his job, everyone did their role perfectly. And Atlas, tell me, what does IPT need to do to come back in this game 2, possibly game 3?
I mean, IPT, sometimes they're like this, right? They lose the first game, but then they switch on. They're not a new team. They know how to adapt to these circumstances. So I think they should just switch on their hardcore gaming switch.
And what does this hardcore gaming switch entail? Are they gonna change their strategy? Are they gonna ban out AEX? What's gonna happen?
The mindset is really the big thing here, because they said some of them don't believe that AX is on the same level as them.
Yeah.
They need to respect their enemy, because that's the biggest thing. If you don't respect your enemy, you're not able to play in the same way against them. You're not able to think on the same level as them, so you're gonna be surprised. You're gonna get caught off guard.
And I mean, Rigu, what does AX need to do to possibly secure the Rampage title.
You know what? I think they should just be themselves. I mean, you know, it's their style. Sometimes the meta works, sometimes not. But obviously, they have their own plans in mind, and I think they should just keep surprising us.
Yeah, and let's see what happens. Game 2 is going to come after a short break. Once again, this has been Nippon Analyst Desk alongside with Atlas and Riku. And we'll be right back, guys. So stay tuned. But actually, I think we have some more time to just talk about it. You guys want to change your predictions after seeing this game?
Change your
All of us voted
predictions.
for IPT. How about you, Atlas?
I'm
You
still
feeling
going
the
3-1
AEX?
because I believe IPT has the potential to just switch on themselves and go through this series 3-1.
And I mean, I saw you earlier. You were at the IPT booth, man. I saw you pick up the IPT shirt. Are you sure it's not that?
Hey, you have an IPT shirt too, man.
Well, maybe I'll pick up an AX one after. Who knows?
Yeah, I actually have an IPT shirt as well. So anyway, for me, I think it's gonna be a 3-2. I think we're gonna see a game 5 tonight, based on game 1.
But
I'm still for IPT.
IPT 3-2.
Yeah,
All
like,
right.
I mean, this is considering the fact that, you know, IPT is used to a best of 5s and they're internationally experienced. But yeah, based on game 1, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go more in depth. What exactly are they going to ban out? What exactly are they going to pick for game 2?
I think they might ban the best one.
The Vel'Koz?
I think.
Out of all the picks, the Vel'Koz.
Yeah, out of all the picks.
Because the thing is, I know Sunzi uses it
Yeah.
a lot, but then I think most of them can use Vel'Koz. I mean, that could be Vel'Koz mid, that can be Cards related as well. They might ban LeBlanc. I'm not sure if AEX is the type of team that would, if it's not broken, why fix it? They might use similar picks,
Yeah.
just change 1 or 2, but that would be too predictable. So what IPT is gonna do is they're gonna predict the next set of composition that AEX has on the table. So I'm guessing maybe we would see a LeBlanc, maybe LeBlanc would be banned, maybe Vayne would be banned. So we'll see.
Yeah, and I mean, just a refresher, IPT banned Zillion, Twitch, and Shen this game.
Yeah.
So, how about you, Atlas? You think anything's going to change?
Well, Zillion, they've played Zillion a few times in the playoffs and in the entire split. But as for changes in the way that they're picking, it's really hard to predict because it's AEX.
Yeah.
And IPT, I think they should just steal their minds and prepare for how they play and how to react instead of planning ahead. Because that's how you play against a wild card like AEX.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
I mean, IPT, they are a veteran, like we said. They're very good at adapting to the scenario at hand. I'm actually really interested to see what they're going to change with their strategy. Because this time around, you had that Jin, you had that Leona, you had that Poppy, you had that Graves, you had the Malzahar. They're very JLC centered. I mean, I think part of their strategy revolved around JLC